time to get ready for the day routine, which is like a head to toe, warm up your body, get your blood flowing so you can face the day a little more awake, a little more alive. I'm sorry for not getting done yesterday as promised, but I must have shut the alarm off in this before woken up and then forgot about it. I shut it right off and I slept in. I'm so sorry, butterflies, but we will have to make another day to make up for that. So I just want to say a quick thank you for those of you who attended the first artist meetup in Vancouver Coffee in Tampa, and thank you for our first presenter, Mike Hazard, who sang for us yesterday, and check out his channel. So his name is Mike like microphone, M-I-C, and then Hazard. And thank you for everyone who attended. It was really fun, and we're hoping to grow it. And so if you happen to be in this area, it's Tuesdays at Tango Coffee. Oh, is it wine coffee or coffee and wine? Anyway.
Tango Brew.
Tango Brew is what we call it for short. It's a great place. It's like a great place to hang out. Just as a general rule. So anyway, butterflies, this is a beginner routine. So even if you've never done anything like this before, this is for you. So your feet to the ground. So we like to imagine the earth as a magnet, and that the entire bottom of your feet are magnetized. So you've got every part touching the ground, the tips of your toes, the middle, most of your feet, the arches, the outside of your feet, your heels are all magnetized to the ground. So it's giving you a very sturdy lower body, especially from the hips down. It's mobilized like a tree. You can loosen the upper parts. And let's take a couple breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth to just kind of relax the muscles before we start. So in through your nose. Breathing in the new air, the new thoughts, and letting the old stuff from yesterday and last week out. Through your nose and out through your mouth. And today, let's take a little wiggle of the hands, the wrists rather back and forth. And flapping them down. Kind of wanted to start with our fingers and toes, but since they don't move as well as the rest of us, let's take another wiggle of the wrists, sideways and then up and down. We start moving our fingers very slowly in air calls. It's called day to day in a lot of places. And we're going to slowly open and shut. A little more each time. And slowly get them to a place where they can fan out like we usually do. And moving down to your toes. You're going to hang on to something for this and shift your weight over onto one leg. But I want you to just try and scratch up your toes and let them go. You can hang them out, but just one foot at a time. Scratch them up. As you see, first I shifted my weight over. I'm holding onto something that's pretend chair. So my weight is over this leg, so this leg is free. Do a little scrunching. And if your toes don't really do that, just try and send that signal. You're going to imagine what that is on your body, what it feels like. And that's your first step in opening that connection. And we're just going to do a little raising lower, the heel, very small, laying up and down. And then you're going to turn around to what you're holding on. I'm going to shift my weight over to my other imaginary chair. So I'm just up here, scratching toes up. And at least just straighten up. Just trying to get those rubber legs moving, the blood circulating. Hold again today. We had a bachata dancer yesterday, trying to get back back to New York, and yeah, so raising the lawyer here just a little bit. And hopefully he is on his way this morning, but there's more snow expected, so good luck to him. Miss your flights, come and dance with us again. All right, and coming back, and now we're gonna broaden those movements a little bit, circling the wrists, and circling the other way. And hang your elbows at your side, and just the lower arms are gonna bend. And rotating it a little bit outwards. Same thing, keep going. And going down to your knees, I'm just trying to see if you can see. So you're just loosening them, and straightening them back up. So this isn't really a knee bend, we get to the knee bends later on. This is just the first, get yourself moving. So you're just letting them kind of go, and straighten back up. Getting the initial movement going. Very small. Now, coming back up to our upper body, and lifting the shoulders, and push it down. Shoulders, and down. Up, down, up, down, up, and down. We're gonna exercise. Let's try doing one shoulder at a time. So you can isolate just that one shoulder, pull it up, and push it down. Up, and push it down. What you're trying to do is feel where that shoulder is, and let just that shoulder push back down. Some isolations, little by little, other shoulder. We're trying to pick that one shoulder, try to identify where it is. Mind, visualize it. And moving to your head and all of that. If you have any neck pain, leave this one alone, don't touch it. But all the movements are happening right at the top of our neck. So we're not using our whole neck, we're just turning our head like a bobblehead right on top. And looking to the right. And looking to the left. And again. Left. And then we're going to look right. One. Back. Two. Three. Four. Five. Coming back to the middle. And go left 5 times. 1. 2. 3. 4. And we can do the head tilts where, again, at the top of the neck, here to the shoulder, and here to the shoulder, here, here. Like your head is rocking back and forth at the top of your neck. Coming back to the middle, and just nodding down. be sliding your weight so it's stacked over one leg. You can hold 2 hands in 1 hand, whatever you're most comfortable. And we'll start tapping down. And then we're going to raise and lower it again, but a little more this time. Remember, all of your weight is over the leg that's supporting you, and that frees up this leg to go up and down, lifting the lower heel. And then we're just going to kind of wiggle it back and forth. And then we're going to take our weights and we're going to shift it onto the other leg. So we're going to turn around with the other hand. Like thunderstorms. Yes, I mean, I like it when I'm inside and it's nice and cozy. When I'm outside, not necessarily, because this is Florida, you have to be pretty careful. You get thunder, get inside immediately. So we are starting with a tap here, in other words. And lifting that heel up and down again. This time a little more. Moving the weights over the other leg, and that should free what we call the working leg up to do its job. Down. And then giving it a wiggle from side to side. And shift that weight, we're going to go back to first leg we were on. You're going to take your weight and move it forward. Stretch it out the back of the leg. Okay, to go slowly up and down. You can also just hold it. So you've got your body, and we're all unique and different, so you need to kind of feel it out. What's best for you. And pushing the ground down, back up. We'll bring it in a little bit closer. And whenever you bend your knees, I want you to be thinking of that, so your knees right over your toes. And what we're doing here is we're trying to get a different stretch in that back leg. And we're pushing around. And we're going to switch the feet. Side. And lead into that front leg. Hi, Ruben. Good morning. It's a little chilly here too, Florida, even though we normally have like very nice weather, but I'm trying to do it outside. So far, it hasn't worked out so well. It's just a little too cold for humidity. Tripod blows over. And move your feet closer together. And we're trying to switch that back. Yeah. Thank you, Joseph. All right, let's go back to our arms now. And remember our elbow exercise where we're trying to make our arms nice and soft, like they have no bones, no muscles, and we're just trying to pick up our elbows. What we're trying to do is isolate those elbows, feel where they are, and start to work. So if we need to engage them, we know where they are and how to move them. So every time you start a new movement and you feel a little bit strange or like you just kind of can't find it or figure out how to move it, that's like normal. There's so many body parts that you can't possibly be moving them all. And then we're going to take our arms up and raise them halfway. standing crunches. If you're new here, start with 2 or 3. Just try and build up slowly, because on this channel we set realistic goals that we can maintain, and not like crazy ones that, where we can maintain for a little bit, but then it's just not, it's not feasible to do all the time. What we want to do is do slow builds and not hate on ourselves if we miss a day or even a week or a month, whatever it is. We should start back up again and keep going. That's what we want to do here. We want to get ourselves moving and feel a little bit healthier in mind and body. So you can loosen your knees a little bit if you want. And what it is for just, it's kind of like you're getting a cramp in your middle. And when you come back up, I want you to think about your waist is getting longer, 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 and stretching out. And that was 1. And 2. Think about that lengthening as you come up. And 3. And 4. And 5 coming up. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. 10. 11. And 12. Shut the eyes. And looking back at the sky. And what you're doing here is you're leaning back, and you're just trying to relax the part that's been working. Stretch it out a little bit. And then we're going to do our first knee bend. So before you start to bend your knees, we're going to tighten your legs up. And as you are bending them, this is just kind of about halfway. This is a small knee bend, but you still want to engage those legs. And you want to send your knees, you may have to adjust your feet a little bit depending on where it's coming from. You want your knees to go right over your toes. You want to keep those in alignment. Our knees still move very well, or at all even in other directions. So you don't want them going in or out. You want them just to go right over those toes. And as we come back up, you're gonna, the feeling I want you to have is that it's not you straightening up, it's not you going up, it's you pushing the ground away from you. So you are so powerful, you are pushing the earth right down away. So let's start that. So you're gonna tighten up your legs, let's feel engaged, and these knees go right over your toes. And now push the ground away as you come up. Take your legs, knees over your toes. Push the ground away. Legs, knees going over your toes. And push the earth away. And legs tightening, knees going over your toes. Push the ground away. Legs tightening, knees going over your toes. And pushing the ground away. Legs tightening, knees going over the toes. Push away the ground, and one more. Legs tightening, knees going over the toes. And push the ground away, push it away. Back up, if you need to give your legs a shake. So it's sometimes movements that we might do in an ordinary way, but if we engage our muscles while doing it, it gives it a whole different feeling, a whole different aspect. All right, coming back to our upper body, we tilt our shoulders from side to side. Now, you're trying to feel as though from the middle of your rib cage down to the ground is like a tree, nice and sturdy, and it's just your shoulders tilting from side to side. So just your upper body. That's all it's doing. Position, and letting your shoulders go forward, and coming back, start slowly doing some of that. All right, let's go to the second set, butterflies. And again, this is keeping middle. And then lengthen your waist, and that's 12. And 11. And 10, straightening. And 9. And 8. And 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And last one up the set. And leaning back to look at the sky, stretch middle. And then we're going to do our deeper knee bends. If you want to hang on to something for this for balance, we're going to try and go to more or less our passive knee bend. But again, we're going to engage it and make sure that those knees are going straight over your toes. And I want you to try and also, and it's a lot to think about at the same time, that you have a book balanced on your head, so you're not leaning forward as you do it. You're going to try and go straight down. If you're feeling a little too much weight on there, you can, and you're hanging out of something, you can lean forward a little bit, but try and keep it minimal because you want your knees to feel a little bit of resistance, and you're going to push the ground away from you again. All right, so engaging your legs, tightening them, and the knees are going over your toes, and a deep one this time, and pushing the ground away. Legs, knees going over your toes, push the ground away, tightening, knees going over the toes, pushing the ground away, and tightening, knees going over the toes, pushing the ground away, and tightening, knees going over the toes, and pushing the ground away. Good job, butterflies. Shake it out if you need to. And to the side. Coming up. To the side. Coming up. And this is the full body. So we can upper body. And this one can stretch a little. This is another one you can hang on to something for. Always hang on to something for balance if you feel that that's what you need. But try not to lean on it. Try and just hold it. And use it to keep yourself steady. And stretching over. And let's hold it there. And as you come up, again, try to feel that lengthening in your middle. Up, 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 up. Favorite holiday food? Foods. Just fun. Hi, Ellie. I'm trying to think what comes to mind. I don't come from the South, but I do like the cooking down here. I think I like kind of fry-ups, that kind of thing. No, I'm thinking of like, I don't know, like okra and fried tomatoes, fried green tomatoes, even fried early. Stuff that you kind of put in the pan together. And we're going to do a stretch over. And as we're coming up, lengthen that middle and come to the side. Guys, we've got one more set and we are done for today. All right. Remember, you're going to cramp, and then as you come up here, lengthening. Thanks, Imran. Thank you. So, tightening and lengthening one. And 2. And 3. And 4. yourself out on. And forward. And stay there a minute. Try and relax on this one. And we're going a little lower. And then we're going to do our count to 4. And each time we're going to take a deep breath in. And exhale, we're going to go a little bit lower, even if it's that much slower. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And inhale. And exhale and go a little lower. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And inhale. And exhale. Go a little lower. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And inhale. And exhale. Go a little lower. And roll it up. Slowly. And hanging on to whatever you're hanging on to, be it a wall, table, a chair, counter. Put your hands on it. And you're going to keep your torso facing forward. And you're going to take tiny steps. And move your bottom part, your hips side. So I want you to feel a little twist here in your middle. And very slowly to the other side. And let's do that once more. Twisting. And walking away. And coming back to neutrals. And we're just going to swing. And making sure to try and feel it in the waist. Butterflies. Let's go on to a little bit of technique. So this is Dancing Channel, Louis Dance here, and we are doing merengue currently. So merengue is just stepping, but we're learning a little bit of style with it. So we have most recently, we've been doing an exercise where we're going to take all of our body weight, we're going to shift it onto one leg. So this leg is free. And then we're going to shift all that body weight right over onto this leg here. And we want to do it all at once. So we're over here and we shift it right over. And then we're going to leave a little knee bend, tiny knee bend here, not a big one. And then we're going to do the same thing the other side. We're going to shift it right over this leg, knee bend. And then we're going to shift it right over this leg, knee bend. Right over this leg. Little knee bend. So, like, pretend you're ice skating, and if you're ice skating and you didn't put your weight over your leg, and you try to pick this one up, you would fall over, right? So what we're trying to think of is getting all our weight over this leg, and then giving it a little bend. And I'll put it over this leg, and a little bend. This leg and bend, and then over this leg. This is a progression. In Latin dance, we generally have our weight, we kind of shift it right over the leg we're stepping on. So it's almost like you're kind of squishing something with your feet, and that is what's going to give it, it's eventually going to move your hips, moving your body, your rib cage to give it that flair. So when you're moving your body, you're going to have some nice body movement. So this, if you remember our zombie walk exercise, which we've also done, and this is something you can practice. So you're trying to move the whole side of your body together. So you're not moving it piece by piece. It's the whole thing going. This, and with that, you're trying to shift your weight of your leg right merengue, which is just stepping. The most important thing is keep your feet going. Just keep stepping and keep smiling. Keep having fun. But we've been going forward and backwards, different angles. It's for fun. We've been rotating slowly in a circle to the right and to the left. We've been moving our head as we've been marching our feet. We have been doing an exercise, and this is not really part of the dance, this is just an exercise, but I like to do it every time because it's also progression for something important. A little later on we start to turn, and that is we're going to start to turn our whole body, but we're going to forget about one leg and leave it behind. So we're just starting to turn our body, everything is going, our square, our shoulders and hips, and our leg, everything is turning, but whoops, got something, that's our leg. And we do that to the right and the left because when we start to turn later on, you're not really pivoting, you are stepping, you're stepping in time to music, and you need to be turning your whole body. So we are starting that body movement now, so that when we get there, we'll have more of a feeling of turning our whole body and taking steps to get ourselves around and turn. And we've been doing a lot. We've been doing a lot with this one dance. And we've been doing a step to the side and together, to the side and together, side together, to both sides. And then we'll start with chatter, which is going to be the next one. That's going to be important because that's going to be your stepping pattern. And we've been doing our arms. So we've been taking the arms up to about halfway and bringing them to our hips. So we're just pulling our lower arms in. But what I want you to think about there is you've got some rotation here. So if you have your palms kind of upwards and rotate them down, and then you're going to bring your lower arms in so that your elbows are not sagging to the back, they're staying forward. So that rotation from up to down is going to help you keep your elbows forward so they're not sinking to the back. They're here, and we're doing our, what we call lady style and salsa, but we all do it. So bringing your arm up, the lower arm is dropping to your head, and this one your elbow can come in, and then that elbow is going to fall straight to the ground. It has a weight in it, and you bring your arm down, 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 so you can reach your body, and then you slide your hand just the leg, and pull it out, and take a breath. And you come on the sides, drop it down, and you can do this as a couple different movements. You're doing this while you feel like you're ready to make it into one movement. And try that today. And we've also been doing, usually at the end, when we're on a nice finale, we've been opening our fingers up and bringing our head all the way up and all the way down, and just keeping here. And are we ready to add one more thing today? Let's try it. So rocking, kind of a shoulder shrug at the beginning. I want you to try and bring your shoulders up and down as you're walking, and that's going to be our next thing. All right, let's music. And I'm going to call it out. I know it's a lot, but I will call everything out, and we'll do it together. Slowly to your right. good on you for getting yourselves here, and we are growing so much. Thank you for being a part of this community, that we're all growing together, and just so happy to see you whenever you are here. So I'll say thank you again for people who attended yesterday. Thank you to Ari, who is, such like a foundation for all of this. She did a great job with the organization, and she spoke, and she made everybody feel comfortable. So that was awesome. Thank you to her. She's camera shy, but we're hoping to get her a little more out there. So